Welcome back into the channel, my friends. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks. Golden State Warriors versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Game 2 Best Bets video is live and coming at you. 3 picks in the video. NBA player props, spreads, totals, predictions as always. Let's get after it today and get this sweep.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bet, one like this is scale. It's straight fire, all my bets straight from. You're in the house, that Parlay now. Straight fire.
As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support. You guys absolutely rock. Let's have a great day in the NBA today, guys. We are bringing the dude hat back. Yes, I realized we went 1-2 yesterday, but it wasn't all broke, guys, yesterday. We still had a pretty solid day in baseball, and I think this is the formula. I think we found the formula. I think we're going to have a great day today. So let's do a recap from yesterday. 1-2. Minus 0.7 units, so we did take Derek White over 5.5 rebounds. You guys already know he cashed. He's an MVP here at the channel. He just doesn't let us down. Plus 130 value on that one. We love to see it. He gets that done pretty easily, finishing with 9 rebounds. So right on par there. We love to see it, guys. Then we had the spread. The alternate spread parlay, plus 16.5 on the next, plus 16.5 on the next. You guys saw the next game, the next one outright. So that was obviously fantastic. After the first game, we were feeling pretty good. We were feeling like we might get a sweep. And the second game was just embarrassing. I don't know what happened there to the Nuggets. No team ever that's at this stage of the playoffs should ever lose a game by almost 50 points, which is what happened yesterday. Absolutely embarrassing stuff from the Denver Nuggets yesterday, guys. I'll be honest, I did not see that coming. You know, if I missed the bet and they lost by like 20, 22, I'd be like, all right, you know, it happens. Not like that, though. That was absolutely obnoxious, the way we lost that. And so, obviously, we had Nikola Jokic over 13.5 rebounds. There weren't many rebounds to grab. I was surprised he even got to 8. The fact that Jokic got to 8 rebounds is kind of a miracle in itself. 8 or 9. But in either case, we still missed the bet. And obviously that hurt. If the Nuggets could have been somewhat competitive, I think we would have cashed on Jokic. And obviously we had 16.5 points to work with, guys. So obviously that was very disappointing. Ended up 1-2. But it is what it is. That's why I like taking that plus value, though, that we did take on White. Made it so we didn't have, you know, quite as bad of a day. Obviously when we could take that plus value. So obviously love seeing that. Great cash there with Derek White. But like I said, today is a new day. We got work to do. We've had a great NBA season, and we're going to get this on track here in the NBA. For our Comic Capper recap, we had Manny the Maniac 99 calling the over 229.5 points in the Thunder Nuggets game. That cashes. We love to see it. Great call out from Manny the Maniac, a legend here at the channel. One other quick thing. For one, make sure you guys drop your favorite pick down below. Participate in that program. If you guys want to participate in our Comic Capper section, just put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. We'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Outside of that, though, check our pinned comment out and also the description if you guys are interested in any links here at the channel. Membership, merchandise, social media, all that stuff is down below in the pinned comment and description. Membership, just $3.99 for the entire month to get access to all of our picks and our plays early. And also a great way to support the channel. But you get access to all the picks and the plays a couple hours in advance of the video. You also get custom emojis, roll call in the Discord, and shoutouts on the video. And like I said, a great way to support us here. So without further ado, guys, it's time to get after it in the NBA and get this sweep. So let's get right into our picks, guys. Let's have a great day today. Getting right into our picks at number 1. We're going Buddy Hield. Over 15.5 points here for the Golden State Warriors. Plus 102 odds here on FanDuel, risking a unit here. So last 2 games, guys, we've seen Hield play 36 plus minutes and have 20 plus % usage. And one of those games obviously was with Steph Curry. Now Steph Curry is out. So you guys know they're going to have to rely a lot more, even more so, on Buddy Hield. And Hield obviously has flown over the number. Logs at 33 and 24 over the last 2 games. So we're looking for 16 points today. If you factor out, that's almost like half of that average over the last 2 games. So definitely think he can get that done. I think he can get this done pretty early as well. I think this is obviously a great spot for him. His minutes and usage are likely to continue to be very high with Steph Curry out. And the way he's been playing in these playoffs, he's been playing with a lot of confidence. His plus minus, his true plus minus is the best on the Warriors in the playoffs outside of Kevin Knox, but Knox, that's not a true plus minus, you guys, because he hasn't really played that much. So obviously Hield outside of that, though, one of the best plus minuses on the team, is the best plus minus on the team. So really like his spot today. I mean, technically I think Kuminga's up there too, but Kuminga hasn't been playing either. So I'm talking about guys that are playing real minutes. Kuminga may get minutes in this game. I don't know. His points line set to 6.5 though, so I that indicates he's probably not going to get crazy minutes. But for Hield, when he has those metrics that I mentioned earlier, 36 plus minutes and 20 plus % usage, he's 20 for his last 20 in his career to this line. Now, he's only hit those metrics twice this season, and those came over the last 2 games. So the tide, I think, is turned for him, where now he is going to get serious minutes and usage in this rotation. And the Warriors are at a point in the series without Curry now for a while where they have to take advantage of every opportunity now to pick up a win. So as long as they can hang around here, keep it relatively competitive, Hield's going to get the big minutes and usage. This is another one that we talked about with the Knicks yesterday. If they're planning on winning this series, they really need to get this game. Because I could see the series going downhill on them if they don't keep the momentum up, obviously without Curry in the lineup. And I think they have a good shot to do so. Obviously with the experience of Butler and Green, I think this game will be competitive, obviously. We said that yesterday in the Nuggets game, and look what happened there. My goodness. But we saw Hield attempt 19 field goals in game number 1. He was only 7-19 from the floor. He still finished with 24 points. So just gives you an idea of how much room for error we have to work with here. This guy's probably going to chuck up a lot of shots. It's a matter of, can he knock down enough to, keep himself competitive to this line, which I think he will. I honestly think he'll fly over this number, at least he should. And I think it'll be another good game for him. So, love it there for number 1 pick, guys. Going Buddy Hield over 15.5 points here for the Golden State Warriors. Plus 102 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 2, we're going Naz Reid over 19.5 PRAs here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Going minus 110 odds here on ESPN Bet, risking a unit here. So we saw Naz Reid play 33 minutes in game 1. So I think there's a strong likelihood that we could see that type of minute count from him. Obviously with the Warriors going small, Reid, is a great matchup there to stretch the floor, a matchup with the Warriors. Small lineup. So I think we could see more of that, obviously, with Naz Reid and going a little bit more away from Gobert. Gobert played just 26 minutes in game number 1, Reid with 33. So Reid really got the nod there. Could see more of that here in game 1, even if he doesn't. If Reid gets his normal minute count of like 25 minutes, I still think he's going to fly over this number. But I see him getting more minutes in this game because of the matchup. With 31 plus minutes this season for Naz Reid, he's 22 of 22 to this line, 100%. They can't really do it much better than that. And really, this isn't a bad matchup for him either with the Warriors, particularly in the rebounds and assist department. Warriors allow the 4th most rebounds to centers, the 10th most assists to centers for the season. So we know the Warriors are small. So Reid, if he's in there with the small lineup, he'll be able to grab some rebounds. He only had 5 in game 1, and he still hit the over. Because he had a lot of points scoring. So I think his 3-point shooting obviously adds a lot of value to your PRA line here, where he can obviously knock down a few threes. And I think you're going to be feeling pretty good about this line early on. Now, I thought about going back to Jaden McDaniels, but just watching the game, Naz Reid is more of an offensive focal point than McDaniels was. Now, of course, watch that change here in game 2. McDaniels go for like 30 tonight, which is possible because McDaniels has done this kind of thing in the playoffs. But I like Naz Reid here at this position. I think he's got a better chance to get rebounds as well over McDaniels. So I think Naz Reid makes a lot of sense here. But got to keep him out of foul trouble. Obviously, that could be a big issue. So hopefully he stays out of foul trouble. I don't really see him getting in foul trouble versus the Warriors because they don't really have an aggressive big. Obviously, Draymond Green doesn't really look for a shot. Other than shooting spot-up threes. Outside of that, you don't really see him being aggressive. So I see him staying out of foul trouble once again and getting pretty solid minutes and usage here. Obviously, with Edwards' struggles, they need Naz Reid production. They really do. You talk about the inconsistency on the Wolves with Randall and Edwards. Great players, but they're very inconsistent at times. So I think it gets done here. Love it there for number 2 pick, guys. We're going Naz Reid over 19.5 PRAs here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minus 110 odds on ESPN Bet. Okay, and finally at number 3, we got the Golden State Warriors plus 10.5 spread here versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minus 105 odds on Caesars, risking a unit here. So, I know. I said yesterday I was leaning both positive spreads, which we would have went 1-1 yesterday, taking the Knicks and the Nuggets, obviously. Nuggets were a complete flop. But once again, with this Warriors team, they just have a grit about them, right? With Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler, this team is not going to allow this game to get crazy, I don't think. Just because they're locked out. Right now they're locked in defensively, so I think you're going to see more of that as well. I think points are going to be hard to come by. Now, I think Reed will get there on PRAs, like we talked about, because it's just not going to require a lot, and we're talking about rebounds and assists as well. So, but as far as this being, I could see this being a relatively low-scoring game. I see the Warriors kind of mucking this game up a little bit and really holding the Wolves down defensively. And really, there's been a lot of Warriors players stepping up. You know, we talk about how important Stephen Curry is. We know this. But really, we've seen Buddy Hield step up a lot. Really playing big time. We saw Gary Payton step up. They have players on this team outside of Butler and Green that could step up and give you some good production. Podziemski, could give you good production as well. I think they keep it close. Like I said, just because of their defense primarily and the way Buddy Hield's been playing, which is why I'm taking him. I think he goes over the number today. Like I said, the experience here is definitely with the Warriors. We saw them play pretty well the other night in Game 1 without Curry on the floor. They still outscored the Wolves in Game 1 by 2 after Curry went down in the second quarter. So we don't even need them to do that. They can get outscored by 10 tonight for the whole game, and we'd cash the bet, right? So that's really why I like it, guys. And really, we saw Golden State kind of let up at the end of that fourth quarter, which is why the numbers are actually a little skewed because the Warriors were up by 20 most of the time. So with that being said, I think this team comes out desperate again. They know Curry's on the bench. They know he's going to be down for a bit. They got to take advantage of every opportunity to get a win. And I think you'll see a hungry Warriors team. I know Curry going down obviously is a hit to them, but they know he's going to be coming back. Curry's got a hamstring thing. Obviously, if he can go, he'll return in the playoffs as long as the Warriors can stay in the playoffs. But he might be out for this entire series. So the Warriors know, hey, we got to get this game as well, and try to keep the pressure off of us because obviously you'd want him in a closeout game. So. But here, we've still seen the Warriors win the last 4 between these two teams. So, like I said, with the experience that's still there with Coach Kerr and Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler, I still think they have enough to keep this game close. I wouldn't take him to win in this one. I said I'd take him to win in Game 1, which they did. I would sprinkle that. I don't know that I would sprinkle their money line here. But then I'm also saying, why not? After what we've seen in these playoffs, the road team is what? 6-1 so far in the second round. It's been an absolutely wild second round. You could sprinkle the Warriors money line again. I don't necessarily mind it. I mean, that unit did outplay the Wolves the other night without Curry, so that's the bottom line. So, love it there for number 3 pick, guys. We got the Golden State Warriors plus 10.5 spread here versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minus 105 odds on Caesars. Alright guys, that will do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support as always. Drop your favorite pick down below in the chat. Let's have a great day here today in the NBA. Our Major League Baseball Best Bets video is also live, so make sure you guys check that out. I'll have that pinned here at the end of this video, where you guys can have a quick link to that if you're interested in betting some baseball. Been really hot in baseball. We're 9-3. Over our last 4 days of baseball, 4 straight winning days in Major League Baseball, so we're trying to make it 5 over there. So make sure you guys check that out. Share the video with your friends if you could for me. Watch the video, like the video, comment on the video, do all that free stuff that really helps us grow. Obviously, we're We're a growing channel and we're looking to grow more. So I appreciate your guys' help with that. I really do. But yeah, watching the video through, watch some ads, do what you can do. That's all I'm saying. But I appreciate you guys. Outside of that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's have a great day in sports betting, Major League Baseball, NBA, six picks total across the channel. Let's go 6-0 today. So have a great day. We'll catch you all next time. Peace out.